The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
What a bad time for injuries.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, you know what? Let's have a buy or sell. Who got fucked over worse?
That's the best question. And with that, welcome to episode 228 of the Super Media Bros. I'm Richie.
And I'm legitimately asking which company got fucked more.
And we're going to get to that in just a minute. We are going to be talking about the AEW Double or Nothing 2022 and the WWE Hell in a Cell 2022 a little bit, but we're mostly going to be speaking on the fallout from each of these pay-per-views, which, for one, the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, for the most part, had no business being as good as it fucking was.
Absolutely.
And as usual, AEW knocks it right out of the park with a fantastic Double or Nothing again for the third fucking year in a row. The fallout is the biggest thing, but before that, we're going to get into a quick listener feedback before we move forward, because we haven't actually looked at it in a while, because we've both kind of been on vacation and the last few weeks have all been pre-recorded. So this is really weird to come back and record, because we haven't actually sat down together to record in 3 fucking weeks, dude.
I know, it's been a little weird.
My whole goddamn vibe got thrown off. My entire routine completely got thrown off. I was in Ohio and I woke up and I was like, shit. And I was like, wait, I already did that. And before that, I was trying to pack for leaving for Ohio. And then I was like, shit, I forgot to. No, we already did that. Sitting there thinking I forgot to edit and forgot to put any of these episodes up, and they were already done. And it's this feels weird.
Yeah, and I had a fucking quarter life crisis. And then at one point, I was like, wait, fuck. This man about to call me up for an episode. I don't know if I could do this right now. Wait, hold on. My man's is on vacation. I get to sleep in today.
Yeah, we was both on vacation. Long story short, the two of us visited the most opposite pieces of the Midwest possible.
I know.
This man went to Chicago and I went to fucking the outskirts of Columbus. So it's
dude, Chicago was the fucking greatest.
Oh yeah, I've been there before. It's a fucking great city, dude.
No, man, you don't understand. I didn't want to leave. Not even I didn't want to leave. No. I'm telling you right now, I genuinely one morning just sat at the Riverwalk, watched boats sail, and I contemplated calling my boss and being like, I'm putting in a transfer today. I really did genuinely think about it.
Oh yeah. I said, I've been up there, but it's been since 2009. So I spent a week up there. It was nice. This was probably my third trip to Ohio, and I like it up there. There's stuff to do. It depends on the city you're around. There's stuff to do, but if you want some quiet, you can find it. But if you want to go into the city and do some shit, there's tons of shit to do.
Okay. Actually sounds really nice.
It absolutely is, dude. It's a good way to I don't really want to do anything but just kind of chill, let the breeze hit me, and just fucking I like hilly areas, and that motherfucker's packed with them.
Yeah.
But then some days I'm I want to go into the city and kind of just venture around, and there's shit to do. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, any fucking way, let's roll into this feedback. I actually got to run in to Justin, who is our feedback dude this week. I got to run into him at the Houston AEW Dynamite.
Still fuck you for being able to go. I was busy. Fuck you.
At the _Mexigun says, this podcast is like sitting around talking with your buddies about all things entertainment. The takes are usually spot on and the hosts are great about addressing listener feedback. The sound quality and music production are well beyond most, quote, independent podcasts that you hear out there. Highly recommend. 5 stars. Excellent podcast. Thanks, dude.
think?
I'm sitting there and it's like, oh, they're great about addressing listener feedback. And I feel like an ass because we haven't been able to. Like, we pre-recorded like a lot of the content that came out last month. So we've kind of dropped the ball on that, but we'll get back to it.
But better late than never.
You're right. And speaking of better late than never, let's talk about AEW's Double or Nothing. Like, just in summary, because look, everybody knows what happened that's watched this pay-per-view. This was the culmination of the Owen Hart Cup tournament for the men and the women.
Mm-hmm.
This, like, a loaded fucking card, first of all, dude. Like, there were so many fucking matches. There was 13 matches on this fucking card.
And I think that was really the main critique of it that I'm seeing online is nothing match quality wise, just along the lines of like, okay, this was a lot. Now, I understand that Tony Khan wanted the main event to be after the finals for the NBA. So, like, I understand the reasoning, but I love basketball. Don't get me wrong, but if I bought a pay-per-view, I'm not missing that pay-per-view for a free game.
No, I agree. I don't want to miss a pay-per-view for that. But I mean, I'm glad that they put it here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which I forgot to mention. I watched this while I was on vacation. I watched this in a movie theater. That was my first experience watching a pay-per-view in a movie theater.
Dude, I bet that was so fun.
It was cool, dude, because we got to hang out and like mingle. Like there was like 10 of us in a like 150 seat auditorium, but we were all so spread out that we were able to just yell and be fucking stupid and like legitimately get into it and just have small talk with each other. Like that's the cool thing about pro wrestling. You can make friends with complete strangers.
Yeah, I know. Just based off of a t-shirt, not even just an event. If you see somebody in public with one, instant conversation.
Right. And right off the bat, the debut of Hookhausen, which was a lot of fun.
It was.
I mean, it was a quick 5-minute, 20-second match, but perfect foils with Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. And Hookhausen is probably one of the coolest tag teams because of the personalities.
Mm-hmm. Kind of that rock and sock connection type of vibe.
That's exactly the vibe I get with this team, and it's fucking cool. And let's go ahead and get into some of the fallout, because the fallout has to do with specific people.
Yes.
I think the biggest one that a lot of people have been talking about is MJF.
Dude, that man is a fucking genius, okay? Because whether this is a work, whether it's a shoot that turned into a work, or if it's a shoot all the way around, this man got people talking, got people watching the show. And here's the thing. People have been calling it a pipe bomb. I usually save that term for Punk specifically because that's his thing. But whatever you want to call that promo the next Wednesday, in that moment, it got everybody to shut the fuck up about how he lost the match. And everybody got back to, this man is gold. While not taking the shine off of Wardlow.
Which was a good goal for him. Because I'll say this right now. It absolutely 100% is a real thing that got turned into a work.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fucking way Tony Khan is going to let this man walk out there with a live microphone unless it's a work, especially with all the Turner executives in attendance in a Los Angeles debut fucking Dynamite. Now, as for the match itself, it was Wardlow just beating the piss out of Max, and he powerbombed the piss out of him and just pins him clean in the ring, which good on him for showing up and putting him over, because he no-showed a autograph session. And there was a lot of rumors about him leaving Las Vegas and not, maybe he was not going to show up. But he showed up and they put the match on first, which good way to start it. Get the tension out of the way. That way nobody's like wondering for the whole pay-per-view, like what the fuck's going to happen.
See, that's where we differ, because if I were TK, now unless at that point it was not completely hashed out and MJF just said, look, let me get this match done and I'm going home.
No, I think what happened is he rolled in, got the match done. That way he could get his business over with and then go back and take the relief off of everybody else on that card and the crowd. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the crowd would not have been as invested in the other matches waiting on this one. I promise you that.
That's fair. That is fair, because I was looking at it as, dude, everybody is like talking and wondering and buzzing, like, dude, make that the second to last match if you can.
Yeah, I mean, but if you think about putting that, like, okay, so like the Hookhausen match was on the buy-in.
Mm-hmm.
But having this match open the actual pay-per-view and then, you know, closing it with Punk and Hangman, I mean, that's a perfect start and finish there. But the promo, I was not surprised. I really was not surprised at everything that came out of his mouth. In fact, I'll say it again. I've been calling this shit for months. I really believe this is the turning point of Maxwell Jacob Friedman going anti-hero babyface.
Yeah, I can see it now because the crowd was starting to get with him.
Mm-hmm. We may not get the heel Punk just yet because, you know, look at what happened with Moxley. He entered rehab on the cusp of a big heel turn, and now he's as over as ever.
Yeah, I mean, how do you boo somebody like that?
Right. So think about when, you know, which we'll address later when CM Punk does come back. You know, that could be a good, hey, I'm back, and then a swerve, but you know, again, we'll get there. But this comment right here is the moment where I was like, I could believe he said it, but this is the moment that everybody was just like, wait, whoa.
Look at me, Tony. Look at me. I want you to fire me. You fucking Mark. Fire me. Fire me.
Bruh.
Dude, that shit. I was like, God damn.
Dude, that shit. I was like, oh. It was at that moment where I felt as a viewer, okay, this and the ex-WWE comment that he made, I was like, all right, I'm pretty sure this was all a work, and you ended up working yourself up, is what happened.
He worked himself into a shoot, brother.
Dude, I feel like he did.
Because here's the thing that I want to get at, and I know you know this, but for those of you out there that may not actually know this part, when that happened, they did cut to black, which I'm sure it went as planned, where they cut his microphone, and I'm pretty sure Khan may have actually approved the you mark shit, and even all of that, even the you fucking mark thing. He's probably like, fuck it, I'll eat at FCC fine if I have to. Which, I mean, thank God for 7-second delay, because that actually came from the uncut stream. But when that happened, they removed all of the shit they tweeted about him that night. They removed him, or they will be removing him from the opening video package. They removed all of his social media mentions. They removed his merchandise from the shop. They pulled him off of their website and all their promotional posters.
Brilliant. Just absolute genius.
That is the part where you sit there and go, like, up until that point, you're like, okay, this is a worked shoot. But until that point, you're like, did he maybe go too far? And then they were like, wait, we probably actually really need to pull him off of this shit until it really cools down, because maybe the executives were like, I didn't know you were going to do all that shit. But regardless, yes, it is very genius, because when he does come back, he's going to be so goddamn over.
So what I would do if I were TK, I would give him my blessings. I would be like, hey, why don't you go into the stands of this indie promotion? Why don't you go to a CZW? Why don't you go to a this or that? You know, like...
Well, MJF was in CZW a long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you go home? Say, hey guys, what's up?
Do the shit that WWE wouldn't let CM Punk do in 2011.
Yeah, like, have him show up at indie events in the crowd, because you know they're going to fucking spot that shit. And if you tell me otherwise, tell that to Kenny Omega, who did the Thunderdome. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was on, what was it? Was it SmackDown one night? Which was fucking hilarious. I died. But, dude, have MJF look interested in other promotions and really get people talking of... Because now everybody is fairly certain it's a work.
Right.
But if he starts popping up at these indie shows while he's still, like, being Benoit and AEW, that's going to get people talking too.
Yeah, I'm ready to see where this goes. Like, at the end of the day, I'm ready to see where it goes and when it happens. Hell, they may be, like, holding it off now, you know, until it's... people forget about it, which they won't, but like AEW has this thing of, like, when people least expect it, they kind of pull the trigger on some things.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like strike while the iron is hot. I've seen some people say, like, oh, have him be the interim champion. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't either. I would, dude, if anything, fuck, have him show up in goddamn New Japan.
Ooh.
Have him show up in New Japan Pro Wrestling and take the IWGP championship.
That would be a lot of fun.
Or just have him show up, period, and be like, quote unquote, have fucking New Japan buy his contract out, quote unquote.
No, even better. Well, yes, do that, but I'm saying, like, dude, not necessarily IWGP. What about the G1?
I thought about that too.
Have him win the G1 complex.
See, that'd be a big stretch. I mean, that's fantasy booking 101 right here.
I know, but that's what we're doing.
Sure. But again, there's so many places they could take this storyline. So that's probably the best part about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't to just run over a lot of the other matches, but this is a lot of pay-per-view to cover, and we'd be here all night doing it. Because, look, go watch it. I'll just say this, I know you're going to agree with me. The House of Black and the Death Triangle match was probably one of the matches of the night, really.
Yes, dude, 100% for me.
I personally would have waited to book the Hardys and the Bucks at All Out.
Jeff
needs to fucking rest because he worked that match, got injured, and banged the fuck up during that match.
And I've read that. I don't know about you. I felt that something was off from the entrance alone.
He was already working hurt, and I'm pretty positive. Somebody said he got like a light concussion, during that. And I was like, well, fuck, goddamn, that's him and Matt that have worked a match on pay-per-view with a fucking concussion.
Yeah, like, and that's not saying, like, I see some people, well, maybe it's time for him to hang it up. No.
He needs to just rest.
Yeah, like, dude, Jeff Hardy is one of my favorite just flat out people in entertainment.
Yeah, but dude, he's getting up. Like, for his age, he shouldn't be moving like this, but that comes from 20 plus years of doing these very high risk moves. Like, you've even noticed Matt Hardy does not do that shit anymore, and wisely so. The dude's got 4 fucking kids.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff has kids too, but still, that match was good-ish. I don't know that I would have put the Hardys over. Unless they're going to have a rematch at All Out, then the Bucks have to go over.
And that's the thing. I do think that because of the injuries and everything and Jeff's boots coming undone and all of that stuff.
I forgot about that. My man's was about to look like punk rock Cinderella losing the fucking heel, losing the boot.
I'm not trying to dog on the man. God, no. I fucking love Jeff. But it wasn't his best showing. And
oh no, not at all. In fact, his showing on Dynamite, that the match I'm talking about, his showing on Dynamite was way better than this. Poor guy.
Yeah, and plus he had just had that match with Darby. He was hurt.
Oh fuck yeah, he was hurt.
And I don't know. So take it with a grain of salt and have an asterisk by it whenever I say the Bucks carried this match.
Yeah, they did. There's really not much to say about Jade Cargill and Anna Jay. It was kind of a throwaway for me. I didn't really care for it. They put on a good match, decent, but it didn't click with me.
Well, I think it's because we knew that Jade was going to win.
Of course. I mean, it's just a matter of who are they going to have come in and take the belt off of her, whenever that happens. And that's really all I've got to say about it.
Probably Athena. Or Chris Statlander.
I wish. That's 2 powerhouses right there. They should be doing that. But I think you're right with Athena. Now,
probably.
Now, I would like to go to the Owen Hart Foundation tournament for both people. I am going to probably get a lot of shit for this, but Britt Baker did not need this fucking win. And quite frankly, they've been pissing Ruby Soho away.
And here's the thing, too, is Adam Cole is really good with his mannerisms as a heel. Give it to fucking Ruby. First of all, she's earned it. You're borderline burying her with Britt.
Oh, absolutely. And look, I'm tired of her. I'm legitimately sick and fucking tired of Britt Baker. And I hate that I'm getting that way because she's good at what she does, but you realize there are other women in this fucking division that are better than she is?
Well, here's the thing too, though, okay? Have it be Ruby, and then whenever the man and woman are getting their titles, dude, imagine like the memes that would come out of Adam Cole just kind of making like that like stank face anytime Ruby is like smiling.
Right, because like they just, like they just, I'm being fucking sarcastic, they just had to give it to the fucking it couple of AEW. I'm going to tell you right now, Britt Baker is the fucking Charlotte Flair of AEW.
Ooh.
Yeah, that she's fucking, and you know what? I don't even fucking care. I think she politics her shit backstage to where she's at right now. There's no fucking way that you have people like that have been there, like Chris Statlander, that have fucking, just been there. And then you have talent that have come in like fucking Tony Storm and Ruby Soho. You can't tell me like with that kind of star power. And then amongst the other deep fucking cuts of roster of the women that we're going to just put her everywhere. Like it's like it took a fucking arm and a leg to put the belt on Thunder Rosa. And then you don't even feature her on your fucking programming, but you got fucking DMD all over your fucking screen. Like, come the fuck on, dude. There are other people in this company. Fuck, I'm tired of that woman.
You good?
Not really. God
damn.
I personally would have put Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole in the finals match. Not Joe. Because he was going to get beaten either way. Just have him beat out in the semifinals. And they could have done it dirty. Like, they could have put O'Reilly over kind of like without his knowledge, they could have put him over dirty and he didn't know that he won that way. Because they've kind of, well, think about it. They've booked him pretty fucking strong, but that would have been kind of like a fuck over for him, where he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wrestle Adam Cole," and then Cole was like, "We set you up to fail, buddy."
For God's sakes, he's already a diabetic. Don't make him a dumbass too.
I didn't mean it in a dumbass way. I meant it where like he legitimately doesn't know that somebody helped him to win, and. No, but
it's the way that I'm picturing him because of his face. Like I just picture him going, yeah.
Oh, like he's like super over and super into it, and then you like the rest of the fucking Undisputed leader out there like golf clapping, like, yeah, buddy, like way to fucking go, and he's just like, yeah, go me.
He's a fucking three-legged puppy that keeps walking into the glass door, not realizing that it's closed.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Like, fuck, man. Leave the poor bastard alone.
But I would have loved to have seen those two throw it, because I'm telling you, dude, like Kyle O'Reilly is one of those goddamn dark horse members of this roster that can just go out and have a banger ass match with fucking anybody.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Like, look at the match he just had with Moxley this past Wednesday.
That was so fucking great. But I don't know. I would save any form of Undisputed Elite tension for after the eventual Bullet Club Elite, whatever you want to call that. I don't know.
I maybe would have set the stages for it there. I would have had Cole probably go over, but them shake each other's hands and hug each other after the match is done. But then later down the road, maybe O'Reilly's like, I haven't forgotten about that match.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, really anything. But I would have wanted to see it for the wrestling match we would have had.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
However, Cole and Joe did fucking phenomenally.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say about it. The belts look great. I was really happy to see Martha come out and present the titles the way she did.
Oh, I loved how the titles were designed by, like...
That's that Stampede Wrestling shit, bro.
That NWA, like, classic fucking...
That is like late 70s, early 80s championship belts. Like those were legitimately designed after the Stampede Wrestling Championship.
And it's fucking gorgeous.
That fucking 6-person mixed tag match was fucking pointless. That shouldn't have even been on the card. I'm over American Top Team. I'm over Guevara and Conti. I'm over that whole thing. Fuck that match. Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin was a very surprising, like, last-minute addition to the card, and that match threw down. This just goes right back to O'Reilly. And hell, Darby himself.
Dude, Darby's a fucking madman. In fact, when the match initially ended, I was kind of like, and not even being biased, because I fucking love Darby. I was like, what the fuck? You know, but then on Dynamite this past week, whenever Kyle was talking about his accolades as of late, I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, they're booking him strong, man.
Yeah, I know, and I knew that at the time, but I was also like, why my boy Darby taking so many L's?
Because he can afford to.
I know, but it just, I fucking love this dude.
Same. Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb. That was a great match.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Physical as fuck.
Dude, they were fucking laying it in stiff.
Dude, Serena is so believable in her role. That's the thing. Like, and even Thunder Rosa, like the white hot babyface champion, and Serena Deeb, this fucking literal grizzled vet of 20 something years in the business. 100% believable. Great fucking match. The Anarchy and Arena match, that was that one had no business being as good as it was either.
It was so much fun. That was probably the most wild wrestling match I've seen in a long time.
I feel so bad for the ring crew having to come out and rebuild the fucking ring after they got done with it, because they ripped like two of the ropes down by the buckles and just beat the piss out of each other.
My buddy Brian, who was watching it with me, he loves backstage brawls. Like,
oh yeah,
he eats, sleeps, breathes that shit. I'm pretty sure he has jerked off to at least a couple of them.
This might have been one of them.
Dude, this was his dream match right here. He was just like, oh, like my man's was levitating.
He was floating.
Bruh.
He ascended.
Transcended.
The Jericho Appreciation Society win by a technical submission because they had Brian in like two submission holds at the same time and choking his ass with the fucking ropes. Like, you know how he fucking choked Justin Roberts out? Yeah, that way.
I don't know about that finish. I don't know. Not that he didn't tap or who lost, anything like that. I was just like, I kind of like the Blackpool Club, though.
I do too. I mean, he passed out. I mean, it is what it is.
I know.
They beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, like it's not like anybody looked weak. I'm just talking about, aw, damn. But I also understand you got to book the new team.
Yeah.
I get it. There's no right or wrong answer necessarily. It's just, I just really fucking love the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, me too. And then, the crowd started kind of getting tired. Like, I noticed as the pay-per-view was going on, the crowd seemed to be getting tired, but this match woke them the fuck up.
Yeah, it absolutely did.
And then Jurassic Express and Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland and then Team Taz, that's another one that was fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
That really, like, spiked the crowd into fucking, like, holy shit moments and cheering and getting, white hot again like they were at the start of the show. Jurassic Express wins by pulling a fast one right out of their ass. Like, I was actually expecting them to lose to one of those guys.
I was too. I was thinking probably going to be Swerve and Keith Lee.
And see, I was going for Team Taz if they were going to drop the belts, but
the only reason I didn't say them is because I feel like they, I don't know. I just had a different feeling, but then it was thrown out of the window at the Battle Royale this week. But no, I don't know. I was thinking that Jungle Boy would eat the pin and then Christian would have turned heel on him, because that's being set up. I thought I was the only one seeing that shit.
No, you're starting to see like vindictive Christian Cage coming out. And
yeah.
I really feel like if it's not at Forbidden Door, it's going to be at All Out.
I think it should be probably All Out.
But do you think he turns heel to help a team win? Or do you think he turns heel after they lose to whoever it is?
I think it's after they lose.
Where do you put Christian Cage after that, though?
Singles competitor feuding with Jungle Boy specifically.
That good, yeah, because that would give him the rub. Like, because Christian could put him over as a big time thing. Because that's where I'm sorry to say this. As much as I like Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy is and was always the star of that whole fucking show.
Not only that, but it has such a shelf life.
Yeah, like how long do you do this for? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of fun, but I feel like I wouldn't call it cheap pops, but it's just when you've got something that gimmicky.
It's the most PG team on the roster, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of the best way I could put it.
And I get that Jungle Boy of the Pillars is the PG guy. I do understand that, but nah, man, like, can do something else. I feel like he's being cuffed.
He really is. Like, he could absolutely carry the TNT belt.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, he could carry the championship one day. I really feel like he could.
Oh, dude, yeah. He's born to be a star. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Right. And from there, CM Punk taking the championship, because let's just get to it. CM Punk taking the title off of Hangman Page, which this is probably a good way to get Page back on his like drinking shit. Maybe you develop that a little more where because you really don't know where he's going to go. Is he going to like go back to the Elite? Because the Bucks actually put a photo of the three of them on their bio. Maybe Page is going to take over the spot that Kenny was supposed to have with this whole...
That's possible. I fucking adore Kenny, so I want to see him for that match. That's just me, though.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of story there with Page, too. There's a lot of story with him.
There absolutely is.
Because they're leaning hard into him going into this Forbidden Door pay-per-view. He specifically called out for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Dude, the match with him and Okada is going to be fucking insane.
They better fucking deliver like that being booked, you know, because this past week they kind of like, oh, no, not yet. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, no, you better. Because
yeah, no,
you don't fucking like just leave Page off this card.
Oh, it ain't even necessarily that. It's about like, oh, well, it might be Jay White. You don't drop the name of fucking Kazuchika Okada and not have him already signed onto this performance.
Sure.
Like, no, it's going to be Hangman and Okada. There's no doubt in my mind.
Right, because he's been one of the best NJPW champs in a while. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
him and Tanahashi are two goats. And I love Tomohiro Ishii as well. Like, to me, those three, I'm like, fuck. And then you got Ibushi. Ibushi's not going to be there.
Right. And then
I'm just throwing names out there as far as like guys that it's like, oh my fucking God, what a time to be alive.
Oh, yeah. So from that, we were going to get Tanahashi and Punk.
Pain.
Oh, yeah. Pain. Big time pain. Because Punk comes out on Dynamite and this poor bastard, twofold. One, the jump into the crowd. You can see the moment he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he slipped off the top rope going for his lariat and he landed fucking weird in the ring, you can see him look down and like shake his ankle a little bit and you can see him wince and he's just like, he doesn't come out right and say it, but you can tell he's got the fuck look on his face. Punk injured his goddamn foot or his shin or leg, something, but
I've read foot, but I have not heard anybody within the company say it.
Nobody is coming out and saying exactly what this injury is. And then I saw this fucking, every wrestling fan out there is going to get this fucking joke. I saw somebody on Twitter tweet out, oh, is this where CM Punk lost his smile?
Stop.
And I was like, okay, first of all, second of all, fuck you. Thirdly, I don't necessarily believe that CM Punk is the type of guy that would bust his ass for almost a year to win the big one and then be like, oh, no, I'm leaving.
No, God, no. That's not it at all.
The man fucking had tears in his eyes when he came out on Rampage to announce this.
Yeah, and that was a surreal moment for me because, like, when he won, I was so happy. Like, CM Punk was my guy growing up.
Sure.
And I don't know, whenever he announced that shit, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I know at first you were probably sitting there thinking, fuck, he's about to say that his career's over from this.
Dude, I was seriously thinking that, and I'm getting chills actually just talking about it because I'm just like, I'm not ready for that day.
I don't think any of us are, but this is probably definitely his last run with any company, for damn sure. Like, no matter how long the run is.
Yeah.
But long story short, he's got to have surgery. He did have surgery. It was a successful surgery. He'll be back before the end of the year. But until then...
But is it weeks? Is it months?
It'll probably be a couple, 3-4 months probably, dude. You never know. So what they're doing is... some of the fallout from this is that on this past Wednesday's Dynamite, they held a battle royal, and then that winner was to face Jon Moxley, who's the #1 contender, for a match to advance to Forbidden Door, which that wound up being Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley, which I was sitting there thinking, fuck, I cannot believe that they put Kyle O'Reilly over in that battle royal. I fully expected that to be either Darby, Andrade, or Yuta.
I was thinking either Andrade or Yuta, and that's only because, like, I don't know, like, I feel like they're saving Darby for the big one for, like, if MJF had it.
I feel like that too.
So I was thinking more along the lines of Andrade just for the, like, almost the, for the inclusiveness, you know? I feel like, and it would have been really cool to have that match in Japan.
Sure.
Even though, like, it turns out they were doing it that night anyway, but I didn't realize that. But him and Yuta, that would have been fucking fire. I don't know, though. O'Reilly was a huge shock. Had a great fucking match. I have a question, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you actually have with the... Who do you actually have as the interim champion after Forbidden Door? Do you put Mox over, or do you actually have Tanahashi go over?
But Tanahashi's not even... But you know he's going to have his ticket punch there, because that's the other half of it. I think it's... I don't remember who he's wrestling, but it's Tanahashi wrestling another guy.
Goto.
Thank you. I could not remember.
Yes.
So those guys are going to wrestle, and the winner of them will go on to face Moxley at Forbidden Door.
It's going to be Tanahashi.
I can tell you right now, if they're not cowards, they'll fucking put it on Tanahashi. But I got to be honest, I know Tony Khan will be salivating at the idea of having a first ever 2-time world heavyweight champion with Moxley, because let's be honest, dude, Mox never got to have the title run that every other person in this company got.
Oh no, and dude, by all means, first of all, one of the most deserving people on the roster. And you're never going to hear me complain about Jon Moxley going over. You'll never hear that from me. But it's... And also, I want to get this out of the way. Whether it's a pandemic, CM Punk getting injured, if he is a 2-time champion, that man is a fucking MVP of that company for always being there whenever they are in a bind.
Moxley is the ace up this company's sleeve.
Oh my God.
And I don't mean that as in like, oh, we're only going to use him when we need him, but the man is there. And by and large, you have in WWE what used to be considered the workhorse title was the fucking IC title. In this company, it should be the newly introduced All-Atlantic Championship. That should be the workhorse belt in this company. Jon Moxley is the workhorse world championship material guy in this fucking company.
He'll do whatever you ask him.
Yeah. I think by and large, he should be the guy that holds the belt until Punk comes back, because I would love to see that fucking match.
I would too. It's just the consumer in me is like, oh, so theoretically, if you could get him to get like his card punched and everything, you could get Tanahashi to be champion. Hell, defend it in NJPW for a couple of shows.
Yeah.
And then when Punk is ready, you can still have the match.
Yeah, because Tanahashi's the kind of guy that can take a loss and still be good.
Yeah.
Business-wise, though, You put the belt on Moxley, you're going to have people tuning back in. Because let's not forget that even during the pandemic when Mox was champion, that's still some of the highest rated shit that they had.
Right, yeah.
So you can only imagine like the promos he's going to cut, the kind of people he's going to be having matches with until Punk comes back. Hell, he doesn't even have to be the champion when CM Punk comes back. Somebody could fucking beat him for that title.
That's actually something I didn't even consider because I wouldn't put any money on that whatsoever. But okay, yeah, I mean, this is all fantasy booking here. Like, yeah, you're not wrong. It's all possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot they could do with this, and that remains to be seen. But I'm sure we'll talk about it once we get there. We're gonna take a break. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of the WWE side of things. You're listening to the Super Media Bros on the OddPods Media Network. Please don't go anywhere. Gentlemen, Father's Day is just around the corner, and our friends at Manscaped are here to ensure that all the father figures out there are looking like daddy material this June. Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0, which includes their signature Lawnmower 4.0, is the perfect bundle to tackle any and all old man hair from head to toe. This right here, this is no dad joke. Treat him and yourself and join the 4 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Trust me, your dad bod will thank you. Manscaped is designed with fathers in mind, and the Performance Package 4.0 is here just in time for your dad's special day. Inside the package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, the Crop Reviver Toner, Performance Boxer Briefs, and a shed travel bag to hold his goodies.
If I get my dad this for Father's Day, will he, talk to me?
Yeah. First off, let me start by saying the Lawnmower 4.0 will be the official MVP of Father's Day. Has your dad been using the same trimmer for his body and face? Bruh, throw that shit out the window and give him the upgrade he deserves.
Like a new mom?
Oh, not exactly. But wait, there's more. Manscaped just launched their brand new Boxers 2.0 that are, dare I say, the best boxers ever. We all know dads love their comfort. With summer just around the corner, the Boxers 2.0 are here to save every father from the uncomfortable heat. These new boxers are packed with the revolutionary features that include the Jewel Pouch. Designed to cradle his boys in their own special space. This right here is a game changer. Whether he's mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, or golfing in the sun, or finding a better sun in general.
Wait, what?
These moisture-wicking boxers breathe without breaking a sweat. Dads, buy this for yourself. Sons, buy this for you and your dad. Ladies, buy this for your man. Get 20% off and free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Again, that is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using our code SUPER. Shake what your mama gave you? Nah, fam, shake what your daddy gave you.
Hey, it's Dalton.
And Sam.
We want to tell you about our podcast called Big 10 Plus 4.
Are you a college football fan who doesn't want to always be talking about the SEC?
Are you a college basketball fan who's tired of hearing how the Big 10 doesn't win in the big dance?
Then we're the show for you. Check us out each week on the OddPods Media Network. We bring you college sports with a Big 10 flavor.
Big 10 Plus 4. College sports with Midwest perspective. Blue collar and blue blood.
And we're back, you fucking marks. So let's talk about briefly, please, because I'll tell you right now, WWE Hell in a Cell 2022 pay-per-view, again, shouldn't have been as good as it was. 7 matches on the card. And weirdly enough, the pay-per-view kind of flew by.
It did. That dude, I was like, oh, it's over. Okay.
Yeah, by the time they announced Cody and Rollins, I was going, wait, we're already here? Because they opened with Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title, which was a banger of a fucking match, dude. That was a great goddamn match.
It was. Everybody was on their A game for that match.
Oh, and the crowd was 100. And this is the craziest thing. Even with Becky, the crowd was 100% invested on any 3 of those ladies winning this match.
Which is how it should be. Good for them.
Yeah, because Asuka is, to me, she's long overdue for a good title reign. Asuka is another one of those MVP people in the business, period.
Dude, she carried that division during the pandemic.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
kidding me?
I love Asuka. She's one of my all-time favorite women pro wrestlers ever.
Yeah, like she's fucking
She good.
like there's nothing negative that you can really say about her work ethic, anything. Like the worst thing that you could say is, oh, they've booked her.
Right.
Like, but that's out of her control.
True, but I think in a way she kind of likes it because she's good at it. Like she's definitely, like if you watch her YouTube channel, she's got a fucking great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Her Twitter is fucking hilarious.
It is.
Like that when she came back and she cut that promo and Becky and flicked her in the nose and just had that shit-eating grin towards the fucking hard camera. I fucking died laughing because they went back and showed it in slow motion. You just see dunk. She just like ding, like the fucking teeth shine on the camera.
I love whenever she like photoshops her face onto just random photographs.
That's the Twitter content I'm here for, okay? That's the funniest fucking shit ever. Bianca Belair wins pretty strongly in this one. Oh, damn near a 19-minute match. Bianca, I think you and I have talked about this, is kind of like the John Cena of the women's division right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they've booked her really, really well. Like, she's very believable at being that person. Then we got the fucking Bobby Lashley and Omos MVP. I'm so tired of fucking Omos. I just fucking goddamn it. He's like the great Khali, bruh. But Khali being much better and having experience. After a while of like the great Khali, you're just kind of like, it's painful.
Well, that's because he couldn't fucking walk.
I know, but neither can Omos.
That's crazy. All
I mean, he can, but
if my man's spent a year with AJ Styles and he learned some stuff,
bro, he learned how to fucking wrap his goddamn fist tape up like he burned his arms in a fry cooking accident.
No. I'll give him credit where it's due. He's learned his character.
I know. I'm being a shit right now. I'm just kind of tired of the whole, like, because what do you do with a guy like that? He's really like a special attraction kind of person to me. Like, Omos should be the type of person that comes out, like, you give him a match like once a month and just book him strong. He's green as fuck, dude. He's never going to have like rope bouncing, top rope leaping shit.
Well, my problem is not only that, obviously, but he's never going to learn how to sell. And what I mean about that is it's not even his fault. Because when you are that size, how many people are punching you in the face?
True. Okay,
he doesn't know how to sell a punch to the face.
True. Let me take it back. This is Giant Gonzalez all over again.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like, he can't help it. I grade the man on a curve.
Dude, God bless Bobby Lashley for putting up with this bullshit. Like, for real, this is a man who deserves... Like, for real, this is a man who is world title material, and this motherfucker is second match on the card with fucking MVP. I love MVP, don't get me wrong, but he's second match on the card with MVP and Omos. Like,
and Bobby is in the peak of his career,
grabbing replica championships out of fans' hands and kissing it because the real champion of the company has both belts and he's sitting somewhere getting jerked off by his wife in Hawaii or some bullshit. I don't know what's going on with Roman, but goddamn, he's become everything he talks shit about.
I love the idea of Bobby taking that title from a fan and then being like, whose was this? Which one of you did I take this from? And everybody in that little pocket is like, oh no, that was mine.
Yeah. Oh, right here, Bobby, I paid $500 for that. And the other guy's like, fuck you, I brought it from my house.
Yeah, like, I love that idea.
Bobby looks at the crowd of the people and he's just like, well, fuck all y'all, this is mine. And then he just gets the microphone and he's like, this is the new championship. And he just crowns himself world title. You know, and he's like, fuck it, I'm taking this bitch.
Well, it's like anytime there's like a vacant title and there's a battle royal for it, I'm just like, hey, one of you motherfuckers that gets eliminated, why y'all don't just like fucking take it?
No shit, right?
Like, you're all distracted. Just fucking take it, you coward.
Just walk off.
This is mine.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the fucking segments of like getting interviewed and like, right back, you do realize that you are not the WWE champion, right? The big guy got this title himself. If you want it, why don't you take it, little man?
Feed me more. And he runs away.
Yeah. Like, imagine that shit.
Oh, yeah. What a dumbass. Kevin Owens and Ezekiel. This feud is gold. It shouldn't be. It should not be. But Kevin Owens, again, is one of the MVPs of this company who can do anything with anything. Like, literally, give him this fucking goddamn Ezekiel Elias lie detector shit.
I fucking love this story.
Comedy gold.
It's
all
so
over
good.
And let's give credit where credit's due, bruh. Ezekiel's playing this shit really well. And I fucking think it would be the funniest shit in the world if they were to bring back Damian Sandow to play Elias.
I saw that shit and it's fucking great.
Please let the fucking wrestling gods let this happen. I would die. Because then you could have Kevin Owens be like, that is Damian Sandow. Like, he's just pissed off at both of them. And you know, the three of them are good at comedy.
Yeah.
Damian was one of the most underutilized, underrated talents in that company. I love what he was doing in NWA, though, too.
I know. It's just, I want to see it.
I do, too. That's really all I've got to say about it. Like, Kevin Owens went over in this match, surprisingly, but I think he needed the win at this point. He got his ass kicked twice. I mean, especially at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But any fucking way. Here's the fallout that I want to talk about. There's a couple of them in here. Judgment Day going against AJ, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan. Now, you know Judgment Day was going to go over, first of all. I was smelling a Finn Balor heel turn. He's been wearing all black to the ring. That's the first giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Raw. Edge is bringing out, oh, hey, here's the newest member of the Judgment Day. It's fucking Finn Balor. They get in the ring. They start talking about how it came to pass and all this other shit. And then you look up at Damian Priest and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to quote it exactly because I don't remember. But the gist of it was, he was like, yeah, we're all finally going to shed what's holding us back. And he just looks at Edge and he's like, and that's you. And Edge has the, what? What? And look on his face like, yeah, me. Come on, you're joking, right? But fucking just goddamn, just clotheslined his ass right over onto the fucking mat. And I was just like, oh, that's happening. This didn't last very long.
Well, my issue is the one holding you back. You mean the one that started this whole thing? You mean the one that got the pin last night and won the match for you? You mean the one who is in the Hall of Fame? The only one of you that's sniffed world champion gold?
Yeah. I mean, sans for Rhea, who's been women's champion.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, let's be honest. The entire idea of the Judgment Day was to give the rub to Rhea Ripley and Damian. Big time. I mean, fuck, Edge cut his hair for nothing at this point. So Finn Balor and them, they just kind of lay waste to him. And
I would have teased that. I would have had it been like, get Finn in there. Don't get me wrong, do that. And in fact, call me crazy, have Finn be the demon every fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Have him almost be like their fucking, like, hellhound, essentially. You know, where they just go, Finn, sick him.
Yeah.
Do that. And then over time, you know, Finn is like, fucking tired of this shit. And that's whenever they turn on Edge.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can think of is, do you think that maybe during that match, Edge might have been like, oh, fuck. Getting over this shit, man. Fuck.
Nah. I'll tell you exactly why. Their top babyface is injured.
Oh, yeah.
Because let me just come right out with this for the rest of this card. I don't give a fuck about Austin Theory.
Really?
I do not give a flying shit about Austin Theory.
Give him a couple of years.
No, I know that. But as a person, I do not give a shit about Austin Theory. As a character, Theory, without his first fucking...
Okay, I do hate that. I do hate it.
Fuck McMahon for that shit. He beats Mustafa Ali retains his U.S. belt. Please don't ever put me through another Mad Crap Moss and Crappy Corbin no holds barred match ever the fuck again. I'm sick of that feud, and I'm sick of both of these bastards. Like, fuck it, I'm done. Let's move on to Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins.
Franklin.
I'll get to that in a minute. In Hell in a Cell, in a 25-minute banger of a fucking match. Now, Cody Rhodes is coming into this match with a legitimate torn off the bone pectoral muscle.
It's a fucking match.
Or tendon. Like, either way, that looked rough. When he took his fucking ring jacket off, dude, the entire crowd just went fucking dead.
Yeah, like, whenever they had said it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, guys, okay, it's an interesting story, okay. You know, like, I thought it was a fucking work.
And then you see the bruise.
Yeah, like, whenever he gets down there, I'm watching his movements as he's making his way to the ring. I'm like, okay, we'll see. And he goes to take it off, and as it's, like, being slowly more revealed as he's taking the jacket off, I'm like, what the fuck? Takes it off, and I'm like, that's a pectoral tear.
How the fuck you about to work this match? Like,
because, like, you know me, I'm a fucking gym dude. So I've seen that shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't gonna finish this match. You're not gonna do it. There ain't no fucking way. Like, you can do it. Don't get me wrong. The pain is probably subsided. Like, it's day 2, but you're gonna aggravate the fuck out of it.
You've seen Wayne's World?
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking sitting in the back. It's like, okay, I just talked myself into doing this match. I've convinced McMahon that I'm going to go out and do this. I've talked to Seth. We're going to go out and work this fucking match. But he's sitting there by himself, and he's just like, how the fuck am I going to do this?
I know, dude.
Fucking Riddle walks up to him, and you know the scene I'm about to talk about from Wayne's World. He goes, here, take 2 of these. Ah, Nuprin, little, yellow, different. He just goes to the ring on fucking like Tylenol or some shit because McMahon's like, well, you know, I can't really give you a steroid shot to ease the pain when you're going out there. You're going to get a fucking great job, kid. Well done. And I'll go out there and make me some money.
Dude, that's the thing. Like I don't think Vince was like pissed off at any point. Because look, if you go to Vince McMahon and you go, hey, I just tore my pec working out, Vince is going to be like, well, hell, how much did you bench?
Right? Vince is almost like that fucking like, you fucked up, but I'm proud of you in a way.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to that shit.
Yeah.
Now, this is kind of good or bad depending on how you look at it. You never know. This might set a fucked up precedence for like people that are hurt, and you know, Vince could be like, Cody Rhodes did it.
Maybe, yeah, but this made Cody.
No, fuck yeah. And you know Vince was like, if nothing else, like he's already way over the moon. If nothing else, and I swear on everything, this is the truth, and this is coming from me. This solidifies, like if he already wasn't solidified when he came back as like a top dude in this company, because let's be honest, when he left, there was no way he was gonna be.
No.
He backed himself into a corner in AEW where he couldn't be. He comes to the WWE with everything he built himself to be, and he's a megastar right off the bat. This performance alone, he is officially in the fucking upper echelon of top guys in this company right now. And that includes Reigns, Rollins, fucking Lesnar, Cena, all these guys. Cody Rhodes could easily be the face of this company going forward, because Vince has been trying to find a guy to replace John Cena, which that is Roman Reigns right now. And Reigns is already looking at exiting for Hollywood. Cody Rhodes is your fucking dude. And even though I hate the motherfucker, I know he's got a hard on for Theory. So those are your 2 fucking guys right there. I mean, aside from Seth and, you know, that kind of shit, but fucking goddamn, dude. What a match.
Dude, the kendo stick to the pec.
I was cringing.
No, the one that got me, because that one I was like, oh, God, okay, well, you know, I mean.
Well, when he popped him with it, I was cringing. But.
Yeah, because whenever he was like driving it into him, I was like, that looks really bad, but.
They can control it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's not as bad as it looks, you know, it might be all right. Nah, there ain't no faking a fucking weightlifting strap popping your shit. Echoing through the arena.
Bruh, I laughed my ass off when Rhodes went under the ring and he pulled out that bull rope with the cowbell on it and he clocked him in the fucking head with that thing. You fucking just heard thunk.
I know, dude.
I was laughing my ass off.
Great fucking match.
But I mean, just the falling he was taking on his arm and taking the stairs to his arm and all that shit. I was just like, oh, god damn. But yeah, like he wins. He's throwing his crossroads finishers left and right in this match. He's taking these big fucking table spots. And
finally hit the pedigree after all the teasing for years.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it looked great too. It was fucking worth it. He fucking wins, and you know he was just like, oh, thank fuck, this is over with. So they set it up the next night on Raw where Rollins comes out and he's, giving him his roses basically. He's like, hey, I'm the last person you want to hear this from, but I know your dad's proud of you right now and all this other shit. And I was sitting there like, good on Cody, because like Cody Rhodes legitimately takes shit like that to heart. Like Dusty was his fucking hero, you know? So he's leaving the ring, and then Seth comes back out and beats the shit out of him with a fucking sledgehammer. And, obviously that's setting him up to be on the injury list for months at a time. But
it's a little weird because that implies this feud is not done. And I'm like, my guy, how are you going to take an L cleanly 3 times in a row?
I know exactly where this is going. Mark my fucking words.
Okay.
This is part of me marking my words for what I think the match is gonna be, and part fantasy booking for me. The Rock cost Roman Reigns the championship to Seth Rollins.
Oh?
Sets their match up at WrestleMania. Head of the table, The Rock. Come on. It writes itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rollins goes to Mania as the unified WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. Cody Rhodes comes back and wins the fucking Rumble. You got Rollins Rhodes 4 at Mania. Rhodes wins the championship from Seth. A year after he comes back and beats Seth at Mania. It writes itself, dude.
Okay.
It's more believable for Cody and Seth to have a big fucking match like that than I could buy Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes having a really good match, but they've been trying to get Rock and Roman wrestling each other. And if it's not Cody winning the championship at Mania, don't put the fucking Rock in a title match at Mania. He doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't. I don't think they're going to.
Roman has ascended to the point that he does not need these fucking championships anymore. He's already had the longest reign of anybody in the history of this company, like more recently.
Yeah. Let
him get fucked over at the Rumble. Let Rollins win at the Rumble, the championship. That's a good 3.5, 4 month like setup for Rock and Roman. Let Cody win the fucking Rumble and come for the championship at Mania. Like, these matches write themselves, dude. There's no fucking way that, like, I can't see it going any other way. And that's the only way I see it, only because of the injury. Because you know that fucker was going to win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
He ain't winning that shit now. But who wins Money in the Bank?
I guess it depends on who we have available.
Rollins?
Yeah.
He's gotten 3 fucking losses in a row. I think this is the redeeming point for him.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what do you think?
It's possible. It's not my preferred option in terms of the title match. Not because I don't want to see another Rollins and Rhodes match, but just because, like, mentally I was like, no, we're going to get him and Reigns. Like that.
I would go with it like that as well, only because it makes the victory mean more that it took Cody Rhodes to put Roman Reigns down. It elevates Rhodes even more.
Exactly. Plus,
and Reigns would put him over. I know that. I know it. I would say if The Rock does not work out, period, I think that's where they go.
Right.
This is literally my booking of that would only really depend on if The Rock is available. If he's not, it's got to be Rhodes and Roman. I don't know. I don't really have much more other than there was a card, because I kind of want to leave this on a fucking humorous note. Because what were you going to say?
I was going to ask, all right, with all of this said, which company got fucked more?
I forgot about that question. Thank you for bringing that back up. I think the WWE got fucked over a little more here. I'm not going to lie. Your champion is not on TV right now.
Yeah.
Granted, your champion is also not on TV in AEW, but hey, at least Tony Khan is booking this like actual combat sports and doing an interim champion.
Yes.
Their roster is deep enough, full of talent that can carry this fucking company. WWE is not even making great use of their mid-card dudes right now. Like, their mid-card titles are not even being elevated to the status they should be with your world champion off of TV.
Gunther won the Intercontinental Championship.
I don't pay attention to Gunther. That is the stupidest fucking name ever.
It's the stupidest name, but Walter is
the new Vladimir Kozlov, bro.
He's a great wrestler, though.
Yeah, he is, but goddamn.
I'm just saying, at least they're booking him strong. We have a strong champion on TV.
Then let him fucking make that championship something because, dude, that Intercontinental title has lost all prestige to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is like, I know we've been down this road before and been disappointed. I know. I'm just saying, so far, so good.
I'll give it some time, dude. But I really feel like they got fucked over because Cody was in the middle of a big time return and push. I mean, AEW kind of got fucked over, but at least they've got a plan.
Yeah. They're really good at improvising.
Yeah, they are. I mean, would you agree that WWE got fucked over more, or do you think AEW got fucked over more?
I think it depends on the plan. What was their plan with Cody and Roman and Seth and all of that? Like, I don't... Like, if they were planning to give Cody the strap in 3 months, then yeah, they got fucked. But if he's out for 9 months and they weren't planning on giving it to him for about that time period anyway, because you got to think, the whole idea was for Cody to probably get it at Mania.
Mm-hmm. They still could do it. Like I said, I bet you they're embellishing the amount of time he's going to be out.
Yeah.
It's probably only like 4.5, 5.
Mm.
Still, he could come back at Rumble. Like we said, he could come back at the Rumble and win the sumbitch. You guys out there listening, who do you think got fucked over more?
Yeah, do a Twitter poll.
Yeah, I mean, just comment. Man, shit, we can throw the sumbitch up there. Like, who got fucked over worse, AEW or WWE with all these injuries and shit?
Get well soon, everybody.
Yeah, no shit, right? I mean, goddamn. And there's more than just Rhodes and Punk that got fucking injured, too.
Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky's fucking injured. Adam Cole's fucking injured. Like, he's kind of banged up. Like, his shoulder's kind of dicked up big time, but he should be back in time for the Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
It fucking sucks. Like, shit.
Yeah. I know there's a couple more I'm missing off the top of my head that are injured right now, but I mean, Jeff Hardy obviously is kind of fucking hurt, but they're going to cart his ass out there anyway.
Rick Boogs is still gone.
Oh, I forgot he got fucked up. Oof. Big E's still gone.
Yeah, like, and if you're noticing, aside from Rick, a lot of these are like upper mid-card to main event players.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Bryan Danielson's fucking injured.
Well, from what I'm reading, it's just a concussion. He'll be back in like a week or two.
Still, though, dude.
Yeah.
Like, God. But, yeah, man, y'all, God damn it, rest up. Get better. Take care of yourselves. And I'm pretty sure Devin and I speak for all wrestling fans that we are all going to be waiting with open arms, ready for you to get back into the ring. And we'll be fucking happy as shit to see y'all.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That card that they were doing in Atlantic City. They were advertising a fucking house show for August for WWE. And the main event was going to be Cody Rhodes versus Seth Franklin Rollins.
Asula.
Yeah, and Asula instead of Asuka. And fucking, I had to laugh at this, though. The Seth Franklin Rollins thing got blown up on Twitter to the point that Seth Rollins went on his Twitter account and changed his header name to Seth Franklin Rollins. I'm not kidding. There is a screenshot. This probably will get put on social media for us, but goddamn. It's the funniest shit ever because like the first photo is him going, you know, that dumb goddamn laugh he has with the sledgehammer. He's I can't even do it. It's so annoying and the best at the same time. It's like a fucked up Joker. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media. Buy our merchandise. All that shit is in the show notes below. And for fuck's sake, if you want to leave a rating and review, you can do that at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, GoodPods, Podchaser, anywhere that you can leave a review. Just come drop a line. It doesn't even have to be like, you could just say, hey, cool.
Dope.
Yeah, you could just be dope. And chances are we'll probably read it on the show sometime. And yeah, just come hang out with us next week. We'll be back with another Cult Cinema Showdown and a lot of other content after the fact. We're back from vacation. We making it work. we making it work. But I feel like I need another vacation. Not from this, but in general. It's hot down here. It's fucking summer.
Yeah.
We sweaty. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this week. This has been episode 228. Double or Nothing and Hell in a Cell Fallout. Until next time, I'm Richie.
No, I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.